Yo, what's up guys? In this video we're going to design a beautiful save for later list using MC List plugin. To start, hover over the MC Wishlist and click on All Lists option. In the open window, click the Save for Later option. Then select and enter the Save for Later list tab. To see the initial view of the list, we have to add some products to the list. For this, we first enter the cart page. Now we need to add some products to the list. For example, I will add these 3 products to the list. As you can see, these products are placed in the Save for Later list after the cart. To make settings, we return to the settings page. In this section, we can change the position of the list, which has the default option of after the cart, which you have seen previously. Now we set the position on before cart and save the settings and return to the cart page and refresh the page. As you can see, the list is placed before the cart. Both of them seem nice. You can choose whatever you want. Okay, we return to the settings page again. This time we put it on New tab and save the settings and get back to the cart page and refresh the page. Now, as you can see, the list is placed in a New tab, and by clicking on this part, we can save the list for later. Okay, now we return to the settings page. You can also use the shortcode option to place the list in your desired position. From this section, you can select all the fields that you want to be displayed in the list. You can check each option that you want to display and uncheck if you do not want to, which I enable all options on the page to see how it works. Now we can see all the fields in the list, which includes the product name, product image, product added price, product number, and total. Also, out of stock option and ratings are available for these products. So we go back to the settings page. From here you can enable and disable the selected buttons, which I want to enable all these options and save the settings to see what happens. So let's go to the cart page and refresh. Now, as you can see, the Add All to Cart button, which by clicking this button will return all products to the cart. The Remove All button, which by clicking this option will remove all products from the list. And finally, the Action button, which can be clicked on each of these checkboxes and choosing a process from this section. You can choose what process to do for these products, which is finally done by clicking on Apply. If we want to, for example, one of these products to, let's return to the cart, for example, by clicking on the product check, we select Add to Cart from this section and click on the Apply button. Now, as you can see, this product has been added to the cart. We return to the settings page. By activating this option, the style of the Save for Later list will change according to your theme style. If I activate this option and save the settings, I will return to the cart page and refresh the page. So as you can see, the style of the Save for Later list is the same style of your cart and theme. So we return to the settings page and disable this option because I don't need it. From this part, we can change the color of the text of the buttons. For example, I set its color to white and set the font size to 13 pixels. Now save the settings and return to the cart page to see what happens. Now, if you look carefully, the font has become smaller and the color of the text of the buttons has changed. So we go back to the settings. From this part, we can make the settings related to the color of the buttons, which I want to set the background color on this color code and the background hover color on this color. And I set the border color only for you to see the changes. So I set it to black and make the hover border color to gray. So let's go back to the cart page and refresh the page. And now, as you can see, the changes have been applied correctly. The color of the buttons has changed and they have a black border. So we return to the settings page because I do not need the color for the border, so I will delete it. Now from this section we can change the size of the buttons, which I set the border radius to 4 pixels. I do not need the border. And finally I set the height to 38 pixels. So let's save the settings and get back to the cart page and refresh. Now as you can see, the size of the buttons has changed. Now let's return to the settings page. By disabling this option, you can disable quantity padding. If I disable this option and save the settings, please note that I need to enable this option when I have a problem with the style of the quantity field. Now if I go to the cart page and refresh, as you can see, no changes are displayed on the page because the quantity field in my theme had no problem. Return to the settings page. By disabling, the style that we included in the list at the top will be displayed on each of these fields. For example, if we disable it on the Add to Cart button and save the settings and go back to the cart page, as you can see, the included styles for the Add to Cart button will be deleted. We return to the settings page and now we disable this option for the quantity field and again save the settings. So let's go to the cart page, and here as you can see, the included styles for this field have also been removed. So let's go to the settings page again. Now we will activate this, but it is better if it remains inactive because I do not have pagination on cart page, and activating or deactivating this option on my cart page will have no result. But like these two options, if you disable this option, the style you included in this section will be deleted for the pagination field as well. Now we go to the settings for Save for Later item style. We do not change the background color of the thumbnail because as you can see, the background color of the thumbnail is very proper. But I set the grid border color to green. This green color, we set the grid border radius to 4 pixels. I put the table background color on this color code, and I use this color code for the background color item. And finally, I use this color code for the background hover color and this for the separator. Now let's save the settings and go back to the cart page and refresh. As you can see, the changes were applied correctly. We have the table background, item background, and all of these settings. We can see the border related to the table as well as the separator. So we return to the settings page. From this section, you can disable the notice or display it only for guests or users or both. If I put this on the user and guest option, save the settings and go to the cart page, as you can see, a warning is displayed in the form of a notification. It is also displayed for the guests. If I set it to the guest mode this time and save the settings and go to the cart page, in this mode the notification is not displayed for me, but if I log out from my account, and here we need to add some products to the list again, so I add these products to the list. Now I go to the Save for Later tab. As you can see, this notification is displayed for the guest, and if I log in again, this time it is not displayed for me. Now log into the admin account again, and I go to the cart page and refresh the page, and as you can see, there is no notification, no message, or no warning is displayed to the user. Okay, that's it for now. See you soon on the next Save for Later videos.